section of downtown Peoria that at one time was a real retail hotspot has been sitting vacant for nearly a century, but that is changing. Good Tuesday evening. I'm Tyler Lopez.
And I'm Janice Rebholz. The city has been working behind the scenes to redevelop abandoned buildings near Washington Street. Sam Matheny explains what's in the works in tonight's top story.
About 100 years ago, there was an old rail yard tucked behind the WTVP offices in downtown Peoria. Since then, the brush has been cleared out and this space will be converted into a parking lot for future commercial and residential developments. Pat Sullivan, co-owner of Kelleher's Irish Pub, previously owned the 4 acres of land and sold it to the city about a year ago. The first priority is to finish the parking lot, which will have 300 spaces. With a lack of spaces along Southwest Washington and Water Streets, more parking is needed for the 120-unit apartment complex renovation project. Peoria City Councilman and Downtown Development Corporation Chairman Zach Euler says $10 to $12 million are needed for the project.
A lot of the money is coming out of TIF, which is money that we've already generated with our businesses and our land tax. They're not going up and down the streets, parking 2 and 3 blocks away.
There are several abandoned buildings on Southwest Washington Street. Euler says the intent is to have the first floor of those be for retail. He and Pat Sullivan say they hope to see more family-owned restaurants, shops, and apartment developers utilize the buildings. They call it a win-win-win.
Once you have folks living down here, then you create demand for services, and then you have an opportunity for business to come in behind it. So not only is doing this a big improvement for the area, but it also is something that will help generate sales tax revenue.
Euler says vacant spaces are inviting to crime, but he believes this will offer more security. He hopes concrete is laid for half of the parking section by the end of the year, with plans to wrap up the project in 2025. In Peoria, Sam Matheny, 25 News.